Welcome back to NieR. So let's finish up more side quests. I forgot there was another part before going to the junk heap. Sorry. Don't worry about
Lied
this.
to us.
Well, I lied even to myself because at least my memory did it. Anyway.
Wow, you're such a good liar. You even convinced yourself of the lie.
Well, Dweebs, there is the way of saying, if you're saying a lie too many times, it will eventually become the truth.
Dweebs, if we're recording a JRPG which takes so many parts, it's so easy for them to blend in together.
Anyway, this is another pieces of a cargo. We'll take this as well without peeping into it. Basically, that's for context. An old lady asked us to retrieve 3 pieces of a cargo scattered around a bit everywhere.
I dare say I can see
And she told us to not look inside.
So we're gonna look inside.
That's all.
Well, we're gonna see exactly now to see what happens with the third, because might as well peep in it.
Yeah, look in it. Look in the forbidden night. What could possibly go wrong?
Alright, The tension. At least the other two are not moving. Oh, sorry, I forgot I was supposed to look, but whatever. Alright, because I choose this other... Okay, I'll tell you in a second, because first, there's also the route we need to take from the tree in the Lost Sanctuary. But first, we need to defeat some shades. Don't worry, it's not a big deal, it's a small horde anyway. But anyway, with the cargo quest, you can decide to peep on any of them. If you decide to see in that, NieR will spot what the cargo is. I'm not gonna tell you immediately. And after that, you can decide to do a choice and either talk to the lady again and just play dumb, in a sense, not knowing what is the content, or talk to someone else. I'll go more into detail once we're done with the quest.
This should be interesting.
Let's go
Papa NieR, you're not supposed to eat the tree. You're not only supposed to get it.
He's so depressed he's eating his cereal while battling.
Where's your... No.
Let's get out of here.
Now let's go back for a second to Emil's villa, because maybe the butler has something for us to say.
Maybe.
Since it's a butler, obviously you have to voice in Dweebs because British. Even though it was Kirk Thornton, but whatever.
Master Emil, terribly sorry to disturb you, but I fear we have a situation.
Again?
Situation.
What is it, Sebastian?
I was attempting to tidy up the study earlier, only to find it has been occupied by a shade.
Of course.
Fucking shit.
It's like infestation.
Well, we'll go call it. That may not be necessary, sir. It's not causing any trouble, it's simply sitting in the study.
It didn't attack you?
It did not, sir.
A tale of a study.
Okay, why are you eating? It's a shade, I'm gonna kill it.
Just roll with it, BJG. Anyway, there it is. Oh, it's a mage type.
This must
That's
be
a nice
fucking
editing.
shade, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, screw it, let's go kill the thing.
Yeah, it's just again, it's just a shade.
I'll crush you like a bug. Be careful, please.
I know
is not
he intruded,
responding.
but...
What is this careful?
Doesn't matter. I'll slice it apart one way or the
Well,
other.
fortunately, that barrier seems to be very strong because it's not taking that much damage.
Or any. It looks like it isn't taking any damage at all.
It's like that. It's like that one. You've got 1 digit, but there you go. We cracked it.
And regenerated.
No. Well, the trick is you have to essentially move it, push it. There you go, like that. Pushing attacks destroy the barrier. So it's a game of patience and to position, especially because with the lance, the spear, NieR sprints with a special attack. The trick also is when he's down to use the impale attack, pressing L2 plus square. And it does a bit more damage to down target. There we go, almost there. Unfortunately, it works like only one because if it's done twice, it just misses that automatically. There we go. It is done.
Bit of a mess in here. The blood.
Yeah.
Oh
Don't
well.
worry, I'm sure your butler will clean it up.
I don't know if he's programmed to.
I killed the shade in the study. Tough little bastard. Excellently done, sir. And now I must insist that you take this payment.
Where did you got this gold? Whatever.
Just where do all these shades come from?
Good question. Well, we know that the Shadowless Castle is right behind the Lost Shrine, so there must be that.
They come from the Shadow Lords.
Did they originate from the Shadow Realm?
Yes.
We'll see.
Yeah,
I wonder that myself. Surely that creature lacks the intelligence to read books, yet I cannot imagine what else he'd hope to accomplish there. So again, shades are also growing more intelligent.
Unless, of course, they come from darkness in people's hearts or so.
So we have
There
now
we go.
left
We
the 19.
got the route.
You'd be surprised, Shiro. It's not just Kingdom Hearts that does that. A lot of media does that.
It's common trope in fiction.
I know what research is. Get to the point.
Well, always you, dweebs.
Oh, well, excuse me. See, fossils show that at one point in the distant past, all plant life just up and disappeared. But of course, there are plants here now, which means they managed to come back, and are trying to figure out how that happened. Interesting. If you could figure that out, it might make growing crops a lot easier. Wow, you're way smarter than I thought, buddy. I didn't expect some big muscle-bound barbarian to know anything about. You know what? I'm gonna shut up now. Here's your payment.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
The moral of
Back
the
to it,
story
then.
is that looks can be deceiving, and that really stereotypes like that based on an appearance are really dumb.
Remind me again, too, what's the name of this world?
It's remember, Pedro. It's Earth, our world.
Oh, okay.
You haven't forgotten. Oh, anyway, the cargo. Here we go. We can talk to the old lady. Pedro.
Pedro?
Sorry. Excellent. And everything seems to be in good condition. Here's your payment. Now get out of my lawn.
Hold on. She actually has a little extra.
Also, I know the owner of the item shop in this town. I think you should find your future transactions there a bit more welcoming.
That's good news.
Oh, you know how it is. In my line of work, people tend to owe you favors.
That voice sounds awfully familiar.
He uses it for old bag.
In case you haven't noticed, in case you haven't got the idea, don't worry. This is just for the Mandrake leaf for the trader. Oh no, actually, we need to hear this because it's
Mandrake
important.
leaf. Oh,
Yeah.
I never would have expected such a weird request.
Goofy, what are you doing here? I thought you were working as the postman.
No hurries, no worries. We're all men around here.
The hell are you talking about?
I guess it really is Goofy.
Yeah,
Every single
whatever.
episode, there's a new
Let
job.
me just get the thing and get it out of here.
Remember, this is for the guy who wants to do the trading shop and now he wants to do his own, herbal medicine.
Huh, so we never find out what was in all that mysterious cargo.
Actually, I can tell you because, again, it's a multiple branching. You can do that, as I did, and the old lady will just apply you a very good, honestly, discount to all of the shops in Seafront.
Nah, basically,
Really?
I got it, guys.
If you open, the Frisia. This is from the guy of Seafront that wanted the Frisia. Oh my, this certainly brings back memories.
Memories of what?
Oh, many things. Both pleasant and sad. I used to live in the area, you see, but everyone was an asshole.
Yeah.
Well, then I suppose I should tell you.
That has been destroyed, yeah, whatever, it was a horrible place anyway. The little girl who lived next door to me used to love her Frisias. We used to put them in our hair and, Anyway, one day she was attacked by a shade. Before I could do anything, she turned into a monster.
Who doesn't these days?
I don't think the adults believe me, but I know it happened. I know it.
Actually, we believe you, dude.
Anyway, that's enough of that. Thank you for the flower.
So you were saying...
So the plot even thickens because now people can turn into a shade, like the girl here in Facade, and now that girl in NieR years ago.
Huh, this is suddenly becoming suspiciously like what I suspected shades of possibly being near the beginning of this game.
Anyway, I don't think this one is actually important because I think it's only for the cars. Yeah, don't worry. Essentially, Jova, you can peep into the cargo and see that essentially she's smuggling drugs. Okay?
Of course.
So you can either ignore completely that, and even if you peep, you can just play dumb, then she's just gonna pay you a bit less. Or you can report her to the guard of Seafront, and you will not get the discount, but you will get a bit more money, and technically you will do the right thing. I just wanted to show this particular outcome, also for the sake of me buying stuff at the shop to make grinding a bit things more easier. Go ahead, Libs.
I've got my own headcanon. Basically, the world has gone so shitty that the only type of confectionery left in this entire universe is Skittles. That's why
everyone's addicted to Skittles.
That's what I'm eating right now. And NieR takes them to try and give him some semblance of.
Anyway, let's talk to the guy. Let's talk to the guy about the thing.
Delivered the freeze here.
Who was this guy?
I forgot. Go ahead, Pedro.
Okay.
But we can actually choose to just stay silent or talk about his lover. And might as well, in this town everyone seems to lie, so let's just tell him the truth.
By the way, your girl's dead.
Well, we already told him that.
He interrupted us before finishing, so...
Listen, this isn't gonna be easy, but I think you have a right to know. Do you remember the letter you sent your lover 5 years ago? Well...
Transition...
What? No!
I'm sorry.
If I could call her over here sooner...
Oh, probably best to leave him alone for now.
Yeah.
Why?
Why, Lisa, why?
I look so upset.
Oh well.
Why not me?
Yeah, that's kind of the problem with the game having not that big of a budget. You
I-
can't
character
really.
animation.
Why does this
yeah.
look like Apatos from Sonic Unleashed?
Yeah, that's what I mentioned also. Anyway, let's talk to the merchant and give him the Mandrake leaf and see what happens.
Oh, goody.
I got your Mandrake leaf. They're crying like babies.
Fantastic. Here's the money for the relief, and a little extra for all the travel.
Yay.
This is the key to my seasickness medicine. I just know it.
You sure?
The next morning.
How's the medicine going?
Oh, it's interesting. I thought it would help my seasickness, but instead I made a, let's just call it an energizer, eh?
Okay. Oh, I get it. Okay, so today
My
it's
wife
how to
is
sail.
just for real. Oh!
He made an afro.
Not
Yes.
just that.
Look,
Not
I
just
need to
that,
try
but-
again. You mind making another shopping trip for me?
Not just that, but apparently today it's how to sail the sea cartoon.
Great. This time I need some toad oil from Two Brothers Weaponry at the junk heap.
Insert
Hold
that
on.
song from,
So wait, what
Hold
just?
on,
no, no,
hold
no.
on.
Instead of a seasickness medication. Maybe it just
Well, hey,
Sure.
penicillin was made by mistake.
easy mistake to make.
NieR's just rolling with it.
I mean, that'd be like if you wanted to. That'd be like trying to invent a cure for the common cold, but instead
What?
you invent like the world's most effective Viagra or something.
What exactly did he make?
Aphrodisiac.
I love you.
You know, I have this. There is one thing I need
Yep.
to say. For a post. Hello.
Hold on.
Hello, Sebastian. I'm
Go
glad
ahead,
you're doing well.
exciting him.
Oh yeah. For a
Yeah, from the butler.
post-apocalyptic
Yeah.
For a post-apocalyptic world, this is actually one of the better settings.
Yeah.
Didn't see. Well, for the setting itself, I never seen. Well, I rarely have ever seen a game that does that really badly. You know.
Yeah,
Even
because because for most apocalyptic worlds now, everyone just wants to do Mad Max.
You should see Final Fantasy 14.
Or
Deji. Final Fantasy 14's Apocalypse basically almost did nothing.
yeah, kinda. If you want to get a different kind of thing with that, it's not really not Mad Max. That you play God Eater. Essentially, it's kind of like that, but it's mixed with traditional shonen anime with big swords and shit.
What are you talking about, Pedro? It did do something.
Like what?
Eliminated the crappy first game.
That too, yeah. Oh,
That
basically,
was an apocalypse.
Basically, Final Fantasy 14. Basically, Final Fantasy 14 literally opens with the apocalypse and everything getting destroyed, and then we cut immediately to green fields, and everybody happy, and yay.
Oh yeah, right.
So
Yeah, the game did so terribly initially, they blew it up.
So
Well,
anyway,
essentially, Shiroi only a small part of the world blown up. The rest was just. But the event still has repercussion all over the continent of Eorzea because all the nations
They're still
are
rebuilding.
shaken by it.
Yeah.
We're shaken by it. And
The way they ended it, that's a bit weird, though.
Yeah, I agree with that. And these hinges basically makes up an interesting politics, kind of like plot in a sense that your faction is trying to unite Eorzea, the faction of Eorzea, but you know, due to the crisis, everyone wants to, you know, take the piece of the cake for its own. Anyway, the butler quest was essentially when we needed to find.
wait, what's the warthog doing out here?
It's just there if you want to. It's one of the points where it spawns or run them automatically. Anyway, this is the shade that instead the postman was mentioning in the last part. Much like the one in Northern Place, it spawns with a specific weather condition. What I was saying. Oh god, yeah, the battle quest. He asked us that one thing that may help is a list of the scientists that actually worked in the secret lab under the villa. And we found it, but it's a bit. Oh god, god! I'm getting the body that remember me.
Huh, that was weird.
But however, that list is a bit incomprehensible, and we need to find someone who descends from the scientists. Now, apparently, one of them seemed to be checking out in Seafront, so we might as well go there and see if we can contact him.
Also, Deji. I don't know if you were here for a few parts ago, but me and Pedro, at least, have recently started to notice a problem that this game has.
What's that?
Speak for yourself, Dibs. I never agreed that.
I thought you did.
No, I just said that your problem with this game is my problem with Martin Rosen's films. That's what I said.
So what is your problem?
Actually, I was going to mention another problem, Pedro.
Get
So
to
what
the
is your
point.
problem?
What is it, Dibs?
That this game kind of has a bit of trouble with repetition.
You're saying the Indian even for
I know
Yokai
it's
Watch,
like
come on.
I mean, I know it's how many hours is this?
What do you mean many hours?
This
I mean,
game is
how
like
long is it?
40, 50 hours, I'm guessing.
I know it's a 40-hour RPG.
Much earlier. You can complete it 100% relatively smoothly, like say 30 at worst.
I know it's like a 30-hour RPG, and that kind of limits you, but this game kind of repeats story beats from time to time.
How so?
How so? I mean, I understand in game.
The multiple stabbing of Kaine.
I understand in gameplay-wise, but why story-wise?
The multiple stabbings of Kaine.
Is that it though?
That should be
twice.
In fact, that should be the name of the game.
That's just to prove how awesome Laura Bailey is, though. That's
not just that. That happened twice in the entire game. My one was like
3 or 4 times.
5.
No, actually that hapappened twice, Dwibs. I mean, she
One
only
against the
gets that twice.
statue boss fight, and the other against the horde before Wendy in the area.
I'll tell you what, if it happens again, then there's a...
Oh no, 3 times, then you're out.
Yeah, Three strikes.
Anyway, the
But
point
yeah,
is
it's not
that
really
the
that bad.
resident in Seafront is one with the sense from the scientist. He doesn't know anything, but he has a couple of old papers that can give us, and we can in turn can give it to the butler, and that may help to figure things out for him.
So
Marvelous.
does he don't die from jumping above?
No, again, you don't get falling damage, but once again, NieR can land on his ass if you don't dodge roll at the last second. Depends on the altitude also. And also, once again, NieR cannot swim for saving his life, so as soon as you touch a body of water, you go Sonic Boom, Rise of Lyric, and you're teleported back to the beach.
I was gonna say
yeah.
King's Quest.
Please tell me NieR goes.
Kinda, but the voice clip is very low, so you don't hear it that much. Anyway, we're just telling the postman that we deal the shade and he's happy and everything. Yay.
Nice.
Yeah. Postman Pat is merry. There you
I know it's dangerous outside, but these letters I desire to get sent out
Yeah, they
just
are.
right
I'm not
and fine.
listening.
Goddamn, Goofy! How do you manage to manage all these jobs at the same time?
Well, I went to college twice.
Max is very aggressive.
Gosh, and they say I'm a failure.
Anyway, one of the papers that we got from Seafront is actually a letter to Emil.
Oh.
Oh.
To me?
You read it, yeah.
Okay, go on.
You do not know me, but I know you. My research has twisted your life in unfathomable ways.
Oh.
I tried to make up for this by serving as your mother, but I now know that my efforts fell far short. I would have done anything to save you from this fate, and you will never know how guilty I feel that I could not.
Why are you dying?
I remember her now. Hundreds of years ago, there was a woman who watched over myself and my sister.
If you remember, there was like a kindergarten section in the lab.
The other scientists treated us like lab rats, but that woman, she was really nice to us. I think she kind of made me what I am today.
Your mother, huh? Wait, she made you a floating skeleton? That's not a very good mother, is it?
Yeah, still better than Sephiroth's mother. You know, I didn't find a way to fix the body just right. This letter helped me recover my mother, and that means more to me than anything.
And there you go. Basically, one of the scientists grew attached to the child that the children were experimented, so she decided to become a mother figure to them in order to ease their pain. But unfortunately, since it happened centuries ago, she died, unfortunately. Anyway, in the next part, we finally get to the chunk heap. I promise this is the one.
Well,
Yeah.
alright then.
Alright, see you everybody.
See ya.